Have you ever found yourself putting off important tasks or spending hours on social media when you should be doing something more productive? Well, you're not alone. Today, we're going to explore not just what procrastination is, which many of us understand as putting off what we can do now, but we'll go beyond that. I'll show you how procrastination appears in our lives in ways we often don't notice. I'm talking about things like spending more time than we should on Instagram or TikTok, watching one episode after another of our favorite series, or even just daydreaming instead of focusing on work or studies. But here's a spoiler. At the end of this video, I will reveal a super simple yet incredible effective technique that you can start using today to combat procrastination. That's right. I'll share a tip that can change the way you handle your daily tasks and help increase your productivity. Our goal here is to simplify the concept of procrastination. We want to show that it goes far beyond simply not doing your tasks. It's about understanding those little habits we all have and how they can be holding us back. Let's uncover this mystery together, find ways to be more productive and less procrastinatory. Procrastinating isn't just about not doing that important task or delaying a project. It can be something as simple as incessantly checking social media, watching video after video on YouTube, or just staring into space, lost in thought. These are forms of procrastination that disguise themselves as harmless breaks or relaxation moments. But why does this matter? Well, by understanding these patterns and recognizing that they are forms of procrastination, we can start to change our behavior. It's not about completely eliminating these leisure moments, but about balancing them with our responsibilities and goals. So, how can we start to identify these patterns? First, it's crucial to be aware and honest with yourself about how you're actually spending your time. A good tip is to keep an activity diary. For a few days, jot down everything you do and how much time you spend on each activity. You might be surprised to see how much time is dedicated to procrastinatory activities. After identifying these patterns, the next step is to ask yourself why you are procrastinating in these situations. Are you trying to avoid a specific task because it's difficult or unpleasant? Or is it a habit you've developed without realizing it? Recognizing and understanding the reasons behind procrastination is crucial to combating it effectively. And remember, the goal here isn't to blame yourself or feel bad about procrastinating. It's about gaining self-knowledge and using that knowledge to make positive changes. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Have you ever wondered why sometimes it's so hard to resist the urge to check your phone or watch one more episode of your favorite series, even when you know you should be doing something else? This is where science comes in. Our actions are often driven by the search for immediate gratification. Our brain releases dopamine, a neurotransmitter associated with pleasure when we anticipate or experience something we like. Whether it's eating chocolate, playing a game, or yes, scrolling through a social media feed, these activities trigger the release of dopamine. But here's the problem. When we repeatedly turn to these short-term, gratifying activities instead of tackling less pleasant tasks, we create a cycle of procrastinatory behavior. It's like having a balance in our brain, with pleasure on one side and pain on the other. When we constantly seek immediate pleasure, this balance gets tipped. You can think of it like eating candy instead of a healthy meal. The candy might be more appealing at the moment, but in the long run, it doesn't nourish or satisfy us like a balanced meal. And here's the procrastination trap. By choosing immediate gratification, we may feel momentary relief from avoiding an unpleasant task, but eventually the scale tips and the pain of not having done what needed to be done begins to weigh on us. This can leave us feeling anxious, guilty, or even stressed, which ironically can lead us to seek more immediate gratifying activities to escape these negative feelings, perpetuating the cycle. So, what can we do to break the cycle and rebalance our brain balance? One strategy I want to suggest today is temporarily abstaining from these procrastinatory activities, proposing a month-long challenge focused on productivity. First, let's talk about identifying triggers. Pay attention to the moments when you usually turn to procrastinatory activities. Is it when you're feeling overwhelmed, bored? Identifying these triggers is the first step to controlling them. Now let's optimize the environment. If your phone is a constant distraction, try leaving it in another room while you work. If social media is your weak point, consider tools that block these sites during work hours. Next, it's crucial to seek alternative behaviors. When you feel the urge to procrastinate, try replacing it with a more productive activity. Instead of checking Instagram, how about taking a quick walk? This not only takes you away from temptation, but also gives your brain a healthy break. And finally, commit to the challenging tasks. Facing challenges might seem daunting at first, but overcoming them brings a sense of accomplishment that's much more rewarding than the temporary satisfaction of procrastination. This can help redefine what your brain considers rewarding. By adopting these strategies for a month, you're not just avoiding procrastination, you're also reprogramming your brain to value long-term satisfaction and pleasure derived from a true sense of achievement. Alright, now let's review the super simple yet incredible effective technique I promised to share with you. This technique will help you combat procrastination and increase your productivity. The technique I'm going to share with you is known as the 2-minute rule. It sounds simple, and it is, but don't underestimate its power. The idea here is, if a task can be done in 2 minutes or less, do it immediately. Don't delay, don't put it off, just do it. Now, you might be wondering, but how is this going to help me combat procrastination? Well, the beauty of this technique lies in its ability to break inertia. Once you start doing these small tasks, you generate momentum that can lead you to tackle larger tasks more easily. But it doesn't stop there. You can also apply the 2-minute mindset to larger tasks. Let's say you have a huge report to write. Instead of thinking about the entire task, commit to working on it for just 2 minutes. Often, once you start, you find yourself engaged in the work and continue well beyond the initial 2 minutes. This technique is powerful because it transforms how you view tasks. Instead of seeing a huge mountain that you need to climb, which can be quite intimidating, you see just the first step, which is much more manageable. Give the 2-minute rule a try. You'll be surprised at how effective it can be in helping you overcome procrastination and make your days more productive. If you want to delve even deeper into the topic and discover strategies to overcome procrastination and boost your productivity, I strongly recommend checking out the book Do It Today. It provides practical techniques you can put into action right now to start transforming your life. Stay on the wise path. Don't forget to subscribe, and thank you for watching.